Good evening.
We've got a special treat for you today. Had a lot of people request a Bluebird Vision. Well, one of my dear friends brought down his brand new, this is a 2020, that's right, 2020. Oops. This is a 2020 Bluebird Vision, powered by the Cummins ISB. This bus is at 260 horse, 660 torque. It's backed up by the Allison 2500 PTS series transmission. This is a 70 passenger riding on Accuride extra polished wheels. I think that part number is 41664. Air brakes, electric stop arm, dual stop arm, which I think is really neat. It's something I hadn't thought about with any of my buses, but I really like it, especially from a safety perspective. I like the dual stop arm.
This bus is from my neighboring county.
And again, by a dear friend of mine brought it down for me to check out today, and has graciously allowed me to video it for you guys and to put it on the channel. So I hope you guys like it. It's all LED. And I will tell you this, I've got a couple, I own all of the brands. I do not own a Bluebird, but I run IC and Thomas. And I can tell you this, I've crawled under this bus and looked at this bus pretty carefully. The body and construction of this bus is top notch. There's no argument to that. I think everybody kind of knows I'm not necessarily a Bluebird guy, but I cannot argue with quality, and this bus certainly seems to have that. So I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far in that regard. Dual luggage boxes. One thing that they do really nice about their luggage boxes is they do the rubber hinge like IC, like International does. But International uses a wire and a hook on the body. Bluebird kind of combines the best technologies from IC and Thomas, and they do a rubber hinge, right, which is fantastic. But then they incorporate the gas struts, and somehow they get that to go all the way up, almost vertical with the bus. And I'm really impressed by that. So I think that's a nice engineering design there. And then they do these composite handles on the outside. You don't have to worry about them rusting. I also like Bluebird's rub rails. I think they do a really nice job painting the caps. And then you can't see here in the video, but they fill every one of these gaps here with a clear silicone to prevent water from getting inside. It's that attention to detail that really, to me, kind of sets the build of this bus apart. So really impressed by that. So let's swing around here to the front, and then let's take a quick peek inside, and call it a wrap. Hopefully all my Bluebird fans out there will appreciate this bus. It's got the gray flooring and blue seats. That's a neat combination. It's kind of the best of both of both worlds there. Let me see if I can find the dome switch. There we are. So again, a 70 passenger, full AC. AC is mounted on the front and rear bulkheads. Bluebird does not do driver AC because they do 10,000 BTUs more of cooling capacity than both IC and Thomas. The max systems you can get in those buses is 124,000. Bluebird does 135. So that's pretty impressive. That's, I think that's a good engineering feat, and to make sure that your students and your passengers are comfortable. So let's swing around here to the cockpit. I'll zoom in here. Got your fan switches, noise suppression, heated mirrors, strobe light, dome lights, HVAC controls, fan controls, stereo. Here's the new Bluebird gauge cluster. I like it. I like the colors. I remember they used to be blue, like a real light blue. I hated that, so this is a much better improvement. It's much easier to see. I will say I had the opportunity to drive this bus. So this bus has a light monitor as well. I had the opportunity to drive this bus, and from a driving perspective, it absolutely rivals the build quality of my IC, which you guys have heard me rave about quite a bit. But this bus is pretty good. It's more than pretty good. It's a great build. One thing that I like about the way that this bus drives, the steering is very accurate and very light, which is something you don't see too often. Probably my biggest complaint on my IC is that the steering is very kind of vague. You constantly have to be correcting steering inputs to make sure you're in the center of the lane. So that's not something I've experienced here in the Bluebird. And the wheel cut, I think it's 55-degree wheel cut, is pretty impressive, especially on a longer bus. So pretty pleased with that. So we'll do one more shot of outside, and we'll wrap it up. Hopefully this will satisfy everybody who's got a taste of Bluebird. It's a nice bus. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Maybe you'll see one. Maybe I'll order one day.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Signing off.